The Department of Justice is trying to take a bite out of Apple, and here's why it matters to you. I'm JD Schulten, and this is You're Probably Getting Screwed. And if you think I'm an Android user or have something against Apple, think again. The antitrust case is complicated, and to understand what's going on, you have to look abroad. First, in Europe, the EU began implementing the Digital Markets Act, which aims to clamp down on anti-competitive practices from tech players. Secondly, in China, Apple actually has to compete. This article says, Apple may be the de facto monopolist for most of the world, but in China, the company is simply another smartphone vendor. And what happens when you can't enforce your monopoly power and actually have to compete? Costs go down. And this headline says, Apple's iPhone steeply discounted in China on weak demand. Here in the US, Apple has a monopoly power, not over just how much we pay for smartphones, but over virtually every use of our smartphone, and by extension, everything that the smartphone comes to touch. Business software applications, digital wallets, cars, games, etc. Matt Stoller on his Substack wrote about 3 reasons we all need to care about this case. 1. More competition, like in China, means lower costs for consumers. Second, smartphones and watches would improve more rapidly. Currently, Apple is spending twice as much on stock buybacks as it does on research and development. 3. If we don't stop this monopolization, we are handing the future over to Apple, meaning that they will become the gatekeepers to not only smartphones, but to financial services, fitness, gaming, social media, news media, entertainment, automotive markets, and much more. And there's a lot more to it, but I'll end with this. Apple's not going to accept this lying down. They will have a ridiculous amount of attorneys, and they'll spend a ridiculous amount on PR to play things down. So I just want to tip my hat to the Biden administration's DOJ for their boldness on taking on this fight. And as antitrust attorney Amanda Lewis says,
so this case really is the capstone, I would say, of the Biden administration's efforts to enforce antitrust law when it comes to big tech.